fun.
Hey guys, here we go. It's time to start Bollocks this evening. And of course, I have the read sitting right here in front of me. I haven't shared anything, but I want you guys to share. I haven't turned my sound off yet, so I want you guys to leave your sound on. Oh man, me and Lenny we started our arguments too soon. We were too soon. You should have left it out there.
Well, I wasn't going to use that as a topic today. This was just a follow-up on yesterday's conversation.
So, happy Hump Day, everybody. Hopefully you guys have been tuning in. We were up at the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall today, enjoying the beautiful new facility that they have. They really outdid themselves over there. It's incredible what they got. And you see me handing stuff off to Lenny here as we're getting our reads ready. But if you didn't see any of the stuff, you got to get up there. You got to buy a ticket. It is beautiful what they have done at the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. And Lenny, can you tell the nice people, what's the name of our studio?
It's the Bozard Ford Studio.
Bozard Ford Studio, as Lenny is taking pictures of the read so he can edit.
No, so I can hire them. If our sponsors support us, I'm going to support our sponsors.
There you go. They do a great job. They really do. So, all right, we're talking about Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
So it's a little schwitzy out there still today, right?
What, little schwitzy?
Schwitzy.
Okay.
Schwitzy.
Yeah, I think your half Jewish is really coming out.
Schwitzy.
Schwitzy.
No, not schwitzy. Schwitzy.
Schwitzy.
Schwitzy. There you go. Thank you. Much better.
I mean, I got the nose for it, but that's about it.
Well, that's all right. So with that in mind, when your comfort's on the line, trust Powell Heating and Air Conditioning, serving St. Augustine 24/7, 365 days a year with no overtime fees. From expert AC installation and emergency repairs to duct cleaning and routine maintenance, Powell's skilled team and fully stocked 15,000 square foot warehouse are always ready. They service all brands and offer flat rate pricing. Flat rate pricing you can count on. Call 904-794-2665. That's 794-COOL, COOL, or book online today. Powell Heating and Air, your comfort, our promise.
All right, and that is
their promise.
That is duct, not duck. Don't bring your ducks for them to clean. They might do it. They might do it for you because they're not that nice of people. But it's duct. All right. These people will not clean your ducks.
You got to use Dawn for that to get the oil off of the poor ducks.
Yeah, you got to really break down the oily ducks. All right. And I'm, of course, talking about the most amazing CPAs in town. For trusted financial guidance with a personal touch, turn to Hebert, Kresge & Associates. CPAs, serving St. Augustine since 1989. With over 125 years of combined experience, their team offers expert services in tax planning, estate, and trust work, business valuations, payroll, and more. Whether you're whether you're starting a new business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Give them a call at 904-460-0747 or visit them at HebertKresgeCPA.com. Hebert, Kresge & Associates, where your success is their mission.
Established in 2006, Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
All right. And we have other amazing sponsors that you need to make sure you stop in and say thank you for being our friends. Meehan's, A.D. Davis Construction. Have you heard of those guys?
I have.
They do good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Land Title America. They're going to be in here later this afternoon with their Wednesday night show, which is getting a lot of traction. Kaiser's Deli and Market.
Right.
All right. St. Augustine Distillery and Citygate Spirits. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. Thank you guys for still being with us. Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Mr. Electric. They came out very promptly this week and took care of a problem for me almost immediately. Brightware Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, Anastasia Construction Group, working on a house with them right now. Solar Stick. Oh my gosh, I'm back to the very beginning.
Solar Stick, right here. Aber Kresge and Associates.
We already did them.
Okay.
We already did them. So, all right.
Have a couple more. Thank you.
They came back.
They're not done yet.
They're boomerang reads. They're boomerang reads. All right. We got Wager Wire in the second half.
Yeah.
We have a lot of topics in the first half. You and I got in a very heated discussion yesterday about guns.
Yes, we did.
We're on totally separate sides of the guns. Mm-hmm. Now, you brought in a statement, which I'm sure our very lovely people out there will enjoy these numbers. And then I did a different statement because my interpretation was different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of us are wrong.
Right.
But our interpretation's different. Just like your interpretation of the Second Amendment's different than my interpretation of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, because it's so clear and cut and dried that it's been any Supreme Court decision been 5-4. There hasn't been anything unanimous about that, but I'm checking on one more thing.
That's why your interpretation and my interpretation are different.
That's why we are interpretive.
We are interpretative.
Right, exactly.
All right.
It's modern dance, baby.
Let's start off with that discussion about guns because I made a statement that cars kill more people than guns. All right. And then you came in with a number that contradicted that. But
yes,
when I was saying it by homicide, and you included all suicides.
I included all gun deaths.
All gun deaths.
Right.
Yeah.
Gun wasn't there, it wouldn't be a gun death.
And I looked up homicides, and it cut your number in more than half.
Close, but yeah, okay. Well, you went from 45 to 17.
17,000. Yeah. So the number I have from gun deaths is 17,000. The number you have, which includes suicide and other, I don't know what the other ones would be.
It'd be accidental or children picking up and shooting grandma because there was no gun lock on it, things of that nature.
Yeah. So,
But you can't take that out of gun deaths. I mean, you can take suicides out, fine, but you can't take accidental deaths out of it because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because if the gun wasn't there wouldn't be an accidental death.
Let's do that. Let's pull out. I'll do a quick search over here and pull out the gun deaths. Boy, this is a morbid topic to start off with.
I was just doing this. I wasn't doing this as a topic today. I was just going to continue our discussion off the air, but carry on.
Yeah. But I'm going to take this number out also. The other topics we have that were in the title, Blake, what do we have in the title today?
All right, so we have Governor Harris. We also have Trudeau and Perry, and then the wager wire.
And the wager wire.
Correct.
All right. So which topic do you want to lead off with out of our title topics as we get into this?
This is all a landmass over here.
Yeah, he's got a whole lot of notes going on. So which topic do you want to lead off with, Blake?
Let's go with so you guys are doing research right now about the car deaths versus gun deaths right now?
Unless you have some other ones, because you're way faster at this than we are.
Exactly.
Yeah, so right here, so I have the injuryfacts.nsc.org. They have a website for like the odds of dying. So obviously the highest one to die of is heart disease with a 1 in 6 chance of dying of that. 1 in 7 chance of dying of cancer. All preventable causes of death is 1 in 19. Opioid overdose of accidental intent is 1 in 57.
I wonder if that's going down at all.
Yeah. Guns of all intents is 1 in a 91%, 1 in 91 chance. Motor vehicle crash is 1 in 95 chance.
Okay.
But however, suicide with a gun is 1 in 156. Gun assault is 1 in 238, and an accidental gun discharge is 1 in 9,227.
So there's very few of the accidentals, and luckily a lot of people get injured and don't
die. Right, exactly. That's good.
From those accidental.
Yeah, this one has 38% of gun deaths are murder, 58% are suicide, and 3% are just don't know.
Yeah.
That's on this site.
And then if you're wondering what on the bottom of the list, there's like too few deaths for lightning, railway passenger, or passenger on the airplane to calculate. But the lowest calculated
going
one,
up too.
The lowest calculated one is hot surfaces and substances. That's 1 in 65,000.
All right, you know what the number one killer around the world is?
Breathing air.
Yeah, and that's only going to get worse. Thank you, EPA.
It's.
You
want to take a guess?
I'm working on it. Yeah, I would think infectious diseases.
Well, waterborne.
Yeah,
waterborne diseases.
Yeah, and then and dump your cyanide and your arsenic and your mine effluent into water tables and don't give a shit. The biggest problem that we're facing coming up sooner than later is lack of potable water in the world. It's just that simple. Why we're not working on desalinization, I don't quite understand, because there's a lot of oceans.
I don't understand it either, because I mean, when I've done several trips to the Caribbean, and the desalinization process on the boat is not that challenging.
Yeah,
it can be found everywhere, and it's not super expensive in a lot of different ways. So I mean, just people have to conserve a little bit more, but right. I don't think we're going to be running out of water anytime soon.
I think Israel does a lot of their water through desalinization, and I know that I'm pretty sure it's Aruba has a Heineken brewery that deals. I'm sorry, it's an Amstel brewery in Aruba that deals with, maybe it's Heineken, deals with desalination. They have a desalinization plant, and that's the water they use to brew their beer. So I mean, it's the technology. The technology is there.
It's there. I mean, like literally, the boat we're on, and there's 10 of us, and it produces plenty of water for the 10 of us.
It's a big boat,
and yeah, it's a 60-foot boat. So I mean, it's a nice catamaran. It's a modern boat, but the fact that the technology is there, and it works well enough for us during that entire time, and you can sustain life on it. It can produce, if you continually work it, it really does, and it produces fast.
Yeah,
it's way faster than what you
would have thought.
I would have thought it was going to be. So I thought it was going to be a slower process. So I mean, the technology is there, and we got lots of oceans.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do that and start desalinating water, and we're not going to run out of it. But the pollutant aspect of the water tables is getting tough. The salt intrusion into a lot of aquifers is even causing a problem too. Coastal places that use aquifer wells and deep wells, there's salt intrusion, and that you got to shut the well down. You can't use it anymore.
And I can tell you at Davis Park, the park that's up in Ponte Vedra area up there, when we first started, our well for irrigation had too much saline in it. I had to have a desalinization product filtered into the sprinkler system, because I was having so much trouble. Like the roots weren't just really strong enough,
right?
Because it had that too much salt content, and it took us a while to figure it out. We're like, why is this field? And it was that particular well that was the problem.
Right, salt intrusion, and it's an interesting process, because once you get, I would say, probably west of Manhattan or west of New Jersey, you don't have the salt intrusion because you don't have salt water.
Yeah.
So it's the coastal situations where you have the salt water.
Blake, can you look up the mosquitoes by deaths for Bobby? Because I bet it's probably, that's the number one animal killer. I'm sure is probably mosquitoes.
Right.
So,
and then break that down by first world, third world, or developed and non-developed.
Yeah. So, what was our topic? I forgot what the hell the topic was.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
Miami just put out a bunch of sterilized mosquitoes as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole trick there, because malaria is kicking back up.
Right now, the highest country that had the most deaths by malaria is Nigeria at 227,000.
227,000,
wow.
250,000 people.
And it doesn't look like there's anything registered right now for U.S. or Canada. There were 2 deaths in Mexico.
All right.
And 176 in Brazil.
Yeah, and with those numbers, can we put that against the watersborne diseases?
Sure.
Because
cholera and
there's so many of that, because it ends up it's dehydration, because you get sick and then you still don't have clean water to take it in. And that's one of the big topics. That's why I do love Rotary. That's one of the big things Rotary does.
Clean water.
They do clean water. They get charcoal filter systems
Okay.
to third world countries, which is a fairly, it's like a 3-bucket system, and it's fairly cheap if you can get them in their hands and train them how to use it.
Right.
All right,
I'm telling you, and that's the future. Water is the future.
Yeah. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, let's see. I'm checking right now. Looks like I'm trying to see if this was just the United States stats or just in the worldwide in general. But it says CDC is saying that there have been like around 7 million cases of waterborne diseases, but 6,630 deaths.
Okay.
And looks like it's just the United States.
That's just the United States.
Okay.
That's just the United States. So, I mean, that's where water is so valuable and important to us. All right. Our topics again on the title, Blake. You read them and then pick one.
Right, because we don't remember.
We got so sidetracked on our rabbit hole.
Indeed.
We haven't even got the tangent day. That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. The title again was Governor Harris and it was
Largest landowners.
No. It was Trudeau and Perry.
Oh, I was being facetious about that.
Well,
That's fine.
Now
Fine.
it's the topic.
Okay, great.
Too bad it's in the title, but
No problem.
But you better get your research done, late, because I'm going to give you some time because let's talk about what should have been Governor Harris.
Kamala Harris. All right. She did announce
Correct.
she is not running in 2026 for governor of California.
Correct.
All right. And she said she will announce shortly about her future plans. So she's kind of left it very vague. So what do you think her next political post will be? Because she's still a fairly young lady.
Correct. Correct. She says she wants to work on getting more Democrats placed in the federal government, the governor of New Jersey, I guess state government, governor of New Jersey, governor of Virginia, flipping the House of the Congress.
Okay.
So that's where she wants to work. Whether she's going to be successful as somebody who's able to, I don't know how much money she has left in a war chest anywhere that she can be a big donor to people. I don't know if she's got her own PAC kicking around. I'm sure she does to some degree, but I don't know how well funded it is.
I'm sure she has some PAC there.
And sadly, I don't know what she actually brings to the table.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, if this is my thoughts, because I think Gavin is kind of the next guy in line for the Democrats.
And we've talked about this, and I think the concept of California is the albatross around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of people that look at California and, at some point in time, California is going to say, you know what, screw you. We're the world's fourth largest economy. We'll go out on our own. You can have Canada, make them the 51st state, or keep them the 50th state, and Canada and California will be their own country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that won't work.
Probably not.
That's our land. It's not California's land.
Well,
it's all U.S. land.
Well, it's not like people haven't seceded previously.
Yeah, and they weren't successful.
Where's my Conk Republic flag?
They weren't successful then either.
No, but they tried.
Yeah. I can tell you, Florida can kick California's ass. So I know they got a lot. I know they got a lot more money.
Yeah.
But guess what? They also have a lot more of guns.
Florida has a lot more guns. Yeah, exactly. Well, we can buy them. California's got money; they can buy them.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know how to use them. The average person in California doesn't know how to use a gun.
I don't know if that's true. That's where John Birch died. And you go up to Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, northeastern California.
I'll just send my redneck buddies from the Panhandle, and if they get past them, then we'll go to our South Florida guys. Us East Coast Florida guys won't have to join the fight at all. They'll finish it off.
Right. I got news for you though. Northeast California is, you got your rednecks up there because they're talking about seceding. They want to merge with
they want to leave California
and they want half of Western Idaho. Mm-hmm. That's your skinheads, your people that fight the federal government. God forbid they should do anything in concert with the government.
There's some cowboys. I know two guys from Idaho.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with those two guys. So those are the only two guys I know.
Well, they could get.
You don't meet a whole lot of people from Idaho.
No.
And these guys, one of them had to be my bodyguard for an event that I did. And yeah,
Do we ask why you needed a bodyguard at this event?
I was carrying a lot of cash.
Okay.
So I was carrying a lot of cash, and he was. When I say he was my bodyguard, he was always about 15 or 20 feet away from me as I was walking through with like a Winn-Dixie bag.
Okay,
with tens of thousands of dollars.
Right. Uh-huh.
So,
but it looked so innocent.
Oh, it did.
Right.
No one knew I was carrying that money. But no, he hung out and was my bodyguard. And yeah, he was a big tough dude from Idaho. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to fight Idaho.
Did he have hair or was he a skinhead?
No. Just, you know what? What's the number of see? That's another thing. There's not that many skinheads in the entire
Most
United
of them are in
States.
Illinois anyway.
Yeah, there's not that many skinheads in the entire United States.
Well, because they grew up and they grew their hair back in.
Yeah. So it's just not really a big group.
They had to grow their hair back to cover their scalp tattoos.
Yeah.
Last official number was around 99.
99. So
90. Wait. Just 99 people. Or 9,900.
99 skinhead groups.
Oh, skinhead groups. Okay.
Skinhead groups.
Right.
Okay.
But
I was looking for a raw number. I mean, that's if you can find that.
Who knows?
If there's 99, there'd be slightly more skinheads than transgender athletes.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to research that too much because otherwise I'm pretty sure the FBI is going to add something to my to this laptop here, and I use it for traffic reports. Mr. Patel.
You'll get some interesting pop-ups. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So Blake, here to join us on our next march?
I'm pretty sure Cash is not worried about your traffic report, Blake. So
he's got bigger fish to fry.
He's got his hands full right now. He's got his hands full.
I will say one thing about that. Like him or not, McCabe, Comey, these were, law enforcement professionals, and there was never any doubt that they were running the FBI as a law enforcement organization. Bongino and Patel are running the FBI as a political organization. I know you think that they've arrested more criminals than anybody in the history of the world, but they haven't arrested each other yet, so we'll give that a little bit of time.
And Comey's still walking the street, so.
Yeah, his daughter got fired, and she was the one who prosecuted Epstein. So, try to figure that one out, too.
So.
It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I can tell you, I've been keeping a distance eye on the whole Epstein thing.
Yeah, it gets weirder by the minute.
It gets weirder by the minute. Report of how Trump and him separated. He was poaching employees from Mar-a-Lago, and that's how their falling out took place. Did you hear that video at all?
No, but I mean, he poached one of a young woman to work for Trump. Right, Trump did, yeah.
Trump. No, he Epstein poached from Trump.
Oh, really?
From Mar-a-Lago.
Okay.
Yeah, from the spa. It wasn't the other way around.
Okay.
And that's when Trump said, "Hey, don't do that," and then he did it again, and that's when all ties were cut.
Well, that's a valid reason.
Yeah, but the thing though was like the reason why people are like looking into that is because at the time, like when Epstein took her, the Epstein took the former employee in, that she was underage at the time. So,
right.
So that might be a concern for like, okay, did Trump knew that she was underage at his Mar-a-Lago
Well,
spa?
if I can tell you this, if he knew what was going on with that younger employee and didn't say something, then I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And then I got a big problem with it. You all bets are off at that point because you got to protect our kids. So no matter what, if you're in a position of power, which he's always been in the position of power his entire adulthood, you got to protect the kids.
And one of those women wasn't the young woman who committed suicide after the fact.
I think that was one of them.
Virginia Gruffet or whatever. I can't pronounce that name.
So Trump did say that Virginia worked at the Mar-a-Lago spa and that she was taken by Jeffrey Epstein, according to Trump, and that was one of the people that caused the breakup between those two.
That was the argument of where he poached her from Mar-a-Lago. So that kind of ended. I'm sure
bromance.
I'm pretty sure Trump was like, this guy, no. And I'm sure he had no value to Trump either. So,
right.
He just didn't have that. All right, but come back to Kamala. All right.
Okay.
Kamala, and she says she's trying to get more
Democratic
representation in the midterm to
election.
try and flip the House.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that's effective with her, or do you think there's other Democrats? See, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how much weight she has.
I see the Republicans going, go ahead.
Right. Yeah. I don't think she brings much to the table.
You saw what happened.
Yeah, I don't think she brings that much to the table. And there's going to be, the only question people are going to ask her is, so when did you know Joe was going nuts?
Yeah. Well, and that's there's so much other stuff, like the people that are purple, the purple people.
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself a somewhat purple person.
Mm-hmm.
My shades go from red to blue, but
mm-hmm.
I'm a purple person.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't help a purple.
I don't think she helps many people.
Drawing a person over.
Yeah.
So, I think the Democrats, if they truly want to get to the economy, get to, how to help the business in your region
mm-hmm.
the best way you possibly can and help your region. I feel like
the kitchen table issues.
Yeah, the kitchen table issues, and every region's different. Mm-hmm. What happens in St. Johns County is completely different than what happens in Putnam County, and what's happening in Putnam County is completely different what's happening in Escambia County.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has their own breakdown, and finding out what works best for the people, because that's what their job really is.
Well, it's supposed to be, yes.
Instead of what works best for the party.
Yeah. Well,
we'll be a better place.
Wouldn't that be lovely if
it would be great if both sides
country before party?
Yeah.
Or people before party.
People before party.
Right, would be lovely, but it's not the case on either side.
No, I agree with you.
The Republicans are now. I think they went through with redrawing the Texas congressional districts
mm-hmm.
today.
Okay.
They put what's his face is now going to be an appellate judge, and that is just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Beauvais. Because you know what? The first person that gets a decision by him should turn around and say, fine, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to ignore it because you told people should ignore the courts. So you know what? Thank you for your decision. We're just going to ignore you and go and walk away and see what does he say about that?
Yeah.
Throw his quotes back up into his face.
Yeah.
The man should, the fact there was, and once again, you got to like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, because those are the only two Republicans who have any spine or backbone in this current Senate. Because where the hell is Tom Tillis? You got nothing to worry about. You're not running again. You don't like to.
But Lenny, though, you can only trust Susan Collins until the Republicans need a majority. Then she'll vote with the Republicans. When they have a majority or have a majority of votes, then
we'll
Susan
see.
Collins.
When she knows her vote is not a factor.
Yes.
It makes you be a lot braver.
Well, yes. I understand
and she's in one of those purple areas, so
she's in Maine. She needs to do that. Exactly, no doubt about it. And I don't know that she's up this term. Is she up? Because if she is, there's going to be there's challengers coming to her from the left and the right. So,
yeah, and because of the climate of Maine, I think she's safe.
No, possibly.
I think she's safe. I think you're going to see. I think you're going to see a lot more purple in the midterms more than you are blue and red.
All right. Yeah.
I think the frustration level,
Susan Collins,
for people like myself, I'm not represented.
Right.
In
and neither am I in Florida.
In DC.
So. I can scream till I'm blue in the face, and they're going to do what the hell they want anyway.
Well, I mean, in the state level, it's not as much, and I know you don't feel this way, but it's not as much left and right. It's more local issues, and it's who can bring the most back for us. And right now, you got to have a Democrat over there for us to get what we need, or a Republican over there to get what we need to get.
Well, that's always the case, that your local level needs to work with whoever is controlling the purse strings, which right now is DeSantis, literally controlling the purse strings. And the same thing in Congress. Rutherford has to go up there, and if Rutherford was in a minority, he would have to go hat in hand to get money out of the majority if he was in the minority. So I understand the machinations of how you bring money home, but it doesn't need to be that one-sided. There should be a little bit more bipartisanship, a little more collegiality. I mean, there is a problem solvers caucus in Congress made up of Democrats and Republicans that are doing just that. I know Tom Suozzi well. He is doing great stuff since he got back to Congress. He's back in Congress, and George Santos is in jail. What a waste of a year and a half.
Yeah.
But there's just not enough of that going on, unfortunately. And these people quake in their boots. If they get a call from Donald Trump, they have to say, how high am I jumping?
No. They get in the air first.
Yeah.
And then they ask how high.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should not be that way.
Correct.
And that's what I'm saying on the state level. And I know some of these, the national guys stick their toes in and stuff like that. But on the state level, it feels to me, with my personal experience, a lot cleaner.
Okay.
It just, and it might be because I have a personal relationship with them.
Right. You can make these phone calls.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a personal relationship with the guys that are in Tallahassee.
Right.
I know John Rutherford. He probably would take my call, but he's the only one up there I really think would take my call.
Right.
And that's kind of a painful thing.
Right. And as a former sheriff, I have some questions about some of the things that he's, supported, because I think it goes contrary to, the position of law enforcement at times. But, he started out much more moderate, and he has moved further toward mainstream Trump Republican MAGA than when he started and was first elected. From what I've been able to follow, I follow him pretty well. I get his newsletter.
Yeah, well,
I've communicated with him,
and I think he's done a good job of getting the money back.
Right,
he's done a good job of positioning himself, because when you're in the House, it's all about the committee you're on that creates the power that you have, and he's done a good job of positioning himself on positions of power within committees. Right, which means it's better for us, better for Jacksonville, and for the region. And I'm okay with that, no matter what your letter is beside you.
No, bring it home.
Bring it back to us. Home. Fight. I want you to put in that fight.
Yeah.
I want you to, but the problem is like I said, it's not so much about that coming back. It's more about, am I in line with the party? And they forget that first part. Right. If the party is convenient with you, okay, I'm okay with you being it, but it's more about, I want to be the focus and not the aftermath.
Yeah.
So,
and most Congress people, their job is to their constituents. Obviously they do federal legislation and they do national issues, but at the end of the day, senators have a different agenda and mandate than your Congress people, and they represent an entire state, where Congress people represent a locality. And they should be more beholden to those people. Bring home the money. That's it. So.
All right. Okay. What was our other topic, Blake?
It was Trudeau and Katy Perry.
Katy Perry and Trudeau.
There you go.
All right.
I'm trying to find out what happened to poor Orlando Bloom, because he's out of the picture apparently. However, this was just allegedly two people wanting to have intelligent conversation. So they went to dinner together at a restaurant in Montreal, a Michelin-rated restaurant, by the way, the Violon in Montreal, and they were enjoying each other's company and sharing dishes, including one with lobster, apparently. And the security people were present, but they were sitting at the bar. They weren't on top of them. They had dinner for 2 hours. Chef came out and greeted them. They went back to the kitchen to thank the staff. Very nice of them. I appreciate that. Some people think that Katy Perry thought it might have been a date and was hoping for a romantic connection, and Trudeau's sources said, no, it was just a fun encounter with a cool and interesting person. So make of it what you will.
Yeah.
And apparently that was it. He never called her.
Yeah. He didn't call.
How rude.
I've only had one interaction with Katy Perry and 0 with Trudeau.
Okay.
So Katy Perry played at the Warped Tour at St. Johns County Fairgrounds. She had just come out with I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. So I had 7 stages there, ranking from 1 to 7. And I think Katy Perry was on stage 4.
At the time, okay.
At the time. 'Cause she only had the one song.
Right. Yeah.
And I think she might have made like $1,500 for her like 6 songs that she did or something.
Well, she's doing okay now.
Yeah, I think.
And she's been to space.
I don't think she can blink without making that.
Yeah.
So in between blinks, she's making that kind of money.
So she's gone from
but she was
stage 6 to outer space and back.
Yeah, and she was dating a guy on another guy who was on stage 1, and it was kind of a group similar to Fish, but I can't remember the name of it. I remember his face, but I can't remember the name of it. But she was dating some guy at that time, and this would have been 2007, 2000. It would have had to have been 2008.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, Warp Tour. Just Blake, if you can Google Warp Tour, St. Johns County Fairgrounds. It might have been 2009. No, I think it's 2008.
Now I'm just interested what you think of was a jam band like Fish.
Yeah.
So now that's intriguing me.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It was one of those the songs you can't tell when one ends and the other one starts, and they last 36 minutes.
2008.
Each. It was 2008. So yeah, thank
who
goodness
was the band? Yeah.
Thank goodness we had parking. What was what list of headliners? I think Modest Yahoo was one of them, but
who?
Modest Yahoo.
You talking about the Jewish rapper?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's coming close to pronouncing his name.
That's not who she was dating.
But I don't even know if that's it's like
it was one of the headliners of that Warped Tour.
Right. Okay, but I worked that out from some of the letters you put in there. I'm not sure. All right. I can't because I can't pronounce his name either. But you probably got closer than I did.
Is it not? Am I not enunciating that correctly?
I don't think so, but you might be. I mean, you knew. You could.
I think I announced them on stage that way. So
okay, fair enough. And now Adele Dazeem.
Yeah. And there was like,
here we go.
Here's all the
bands.
Okay. Yeah. Are those in alphabetical order?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I can't tell you who the headliner is. Who is it?
Holy cow, that was a lot of people.
Hey, there's Katy Perry.
Hey, there's Katy Perry.
MC Chris, Norma Jean Paramore.
Yeah.
No, not Rise Against. Six City, Sky Eats Airplane, Street Dogs, the All American Rejects, The Devil Wears Prada.
The All American Rejects was one of the.
Secret Handshake.
Was one of the headliners too.
All right, let's see. Go back up.
Okay, I'm recognizing.
We the Kings.
Nobody.
Well, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Family Force 5. Every Time I Die.
Oh, that's not Rage Against the Machine. That's Rise Against somebody else.
Paramore was there.
Dr. Manhattan. No, that's Watchmen.
No, I mean there was some good. There was some really good people there.
Sure.
So,
nobody that I'm familiar with.
But the only one. I mean, like I really remember Paramore, and I remember Katy Perry. Like just because right after that she blew up. She just really just shot up the charts.
Well, she started to roar.
Yeah, she did.
After she was in a teenage dream and then started to roar.
Yeah.
Some of her videos are fun too. And like I said, she's been to space.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing.
No.
All right, Wager Wire. Have we covered our titles, our intro, all the topics there, Blake? All right, Wager Wire. I wanted to start off with because college football is coming and it's coming up quick.
Yeah.
High school football is coming up quick. I'm still looking for, with the 904, we're looking for 2 more sponsors for our broadcast of St. Augustine High School.
Go Yellow Jackets.
Who's going to have an amazing, they have a talented team and they're deep. They have 2 great quarterbacks. They have a wide receiver that just signed with Miami. I mean, these guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they perform. All right. I pulled up the college football rankings. All right. And I just want to know the top. I'll do the top 6 because I think that's where the legitimacy falls out. And I don't think I don't think the other ones at the lower tiers are. I mean, there's always that surprise one that jumps up. All right. But these teams are all very solid teams. All right, one in my opinion always falls off. So right now, Oregon's ranked number 1. Georgia, Texas is 3. Okay. Penn State's 4. Notre Dame's 5. Ohio State is 6, and then I think it goes to the next tier. I put those 6 in tier 1, and then the next tier, the ones that could kind of sneak in, we have Tennessee, Indiana, Boise State, SMU, Alabama, Arizona, Miami, and Ole Miss. So I have them in tier number 2. All right. And then going down to the next level, we have South Carolina, which really came on strong last year. Clemson, BYU, Iowa State, Missouri, Illinois, Syracuse, Army. You're not really going to get it done. Colorado, you're not going to get it done.
Yeah, I'm surprised Navy's not in there either.
I mean, I think past Illinois,
so
there really isn't.
So no love for old man Belichick?
Huh? No, not yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still with other people's talent.
Yeah.
It's not his talent; it's other people's talent.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely gonna improve that program, but he's still with other people's talent. He didn't break the top 25.
No.
So,
and I don't know that he will this season.
Yeah, not this season. I say in 2 years,
right.
that can be a factor just because of the highway to the NFL and the way the portal is. And some of these teams are really good with the portal. I think Miami's done a good job with the portal.
And I think the portal is, just horrible for college football.
I agree with you. I think the NIL
and NIL money as well.
I think the NIL is too high and should be limited. I like the fact that they're not starving and they can pay the bills.
Right.
But I think
they don't have to steal shoes.
I think there has to be a cap.
Right. And I think along with everything else he's trying to do, I think Trump is working on trying to dumb down the top of the NIL money.
Yeah.
So he's getting involved in that as well.
I think I think something needs to be done to save college football, because if nothing happens, these top 6 are always going to be the top 6. Well, Alabama, you got to throw in there too. They're right now at 11, but they could. I haven't had them in that second tier. Yeah, but they could surprise people too.
Alabama for sure. And he's settled in as the coach. Yeah, Texas. Well, it all hinges on the Manning kid.
Yeah.
So that's what that comes down to. And if he's the real deal, and if he plays like his uncles, there is no ceiling for him. But
and they're saying he's a better athlete than they ever were, but they weren't. It wasn't their athletic ability that got him there. It was their brains.
It was their smarts, exactly. Yeah. But it was interesting because we talked about this. I guess it was last week. The amount of money those football programs are worth.
Yeah.
I think Texas is worth close to $1 billion.
That's nuts.
I don't know if I still have those notes. I might.
Yeah, no, it's wild. But to me, Oregon's got some great money behind it. It's got the Nike money behind it. And I think that's a very big factor with this NIL. So, Blake, what do you think? What team do you think is the team to watch?
Oh, well, obviously go Buckeyes for me because it feels like I have to say go Buckeyes a lot more because Uncle Long was treated at the Ohio State medical campus, so I do have to say go Buckeyes there on that front. But college football wise, I obviously know a lot of people are going to go with like an SEC school to dominate once again. I don't think it's going. I know a lot of people are high on Arch Manning at Texas. I don't think I think he's going to do all right, but I think it's going to be more focused on being like an NFL prospect more than actually being like a winning game quarterback.
I disagree with you about 4,000% on that, because his family is about winning, and his grandfather unfortunately got stuck on a team that was awful. It was absolutely awful, and he's still put up big numbers during his career, enough to be in the Hall of Fame. How a guy
never won anything.
I think he's one of the few NFL quarterbacks that has a losing record and still
Archie Manning,
still put up those kind of numbers. But his uncles, I mean, his dad was a wide receiver, not a quarterback. And his injury probably kept him from having a better career. But I think the kid's almost a can't miss. What I saw.
Well, the Texas program is projected to be worth $2.38 billion and generates about $183 million a year. So,
yeah,
not bad. Not the highest grosser. It's the highest projection going forward, but I guess they are the highest grosser of the year as well, for on an annualized basis.
Yeah.
by about 40 million.
Yeah, so I'm kind of buying in on the whole Texas hype.
Okay.
This year, and you'll never get me to buy in. Ohio State could have the 26 Tim Tebows and 17 Bo Jacksons and 32 Herschel Walkers. I'm still not buying on Ohio State.
They tend to have very excellent receivers.
So, yeah, and the referees, they usually are wearing red and silver too.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm bitter, but I might be bitter. So, that I mean, college football. Who do you think? Who you think's the team to watch? So I'm buying on Texas. Blake's buying on Ohio State.
I'll take Alabama for Ray because I'm not thinking any of the Florida schools are doing too much.
Yeah. University of Florida. University of Florida's got a young guy that could get him into the top 10.
Is that Lagway? Who's the kid, the quarterback? Blake, you would know that off the top of your head.
He was a freshman last year. He got a lot of playing time.
Yes. So was DJ Lagway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to reconfigure my entire college football perspective moving down to Florida because in New York everything's about Sunday and the pro teams because you got Rutgers, you got Rutgers, you have Syracuse, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Hofstra.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Not so much. And then you got. Actually, you know what it is? It's
didn't Hofstra
Stony Brook
put out? Is it Wayne Corbett?
Wayne Corbett,
Corbett from Hofstra,
and then he ended up opening
scrappy little player.
Ended up opening a bar right on Hempstead Turnpike, across from the Hofstra University campus.
Okay,
he got his bell rung a couple of times until he said, "What was the number of that truck?"
Yeah, rigor mortis. I remember him getting hit and rigor mortis setting in on him one time where they all.
Yep. He was not a big man either.
Yeah.
Good receiver. He was tough little bugger.
I rooted for him quite a bit.
But you come down here and Sunday is still Sunday, but everything revolves around Saturday. When you get down here, so you have to refocus.
And Andy made a point: can Lagway stay healthy? And that's a lot of these teams. It's 100% on the quarterback. And I can tell you right now, University of Miami, if the Beck kid doesn't stay healthy, I don't think University of Miami's in the top 20.
And he has a history of that.
And last year, Cam Ward kept him in the top 20. If he'd have went down, number one pick overall, he was the team.
Yeah.
So and
it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Where did he end up? He ended up in Tennessee, whose quarterback is done. He's getting he's got medical issues. So Cam Ward better move up fast.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to be a good pro.
Okay.
I think he's a very cognitive player, and he seems so relaxed. Like in the college game, it looked like he was playing at a different speed than everybody else. Well, he looked like he slowed down the game.
So many of these college programs have morphed into pro style and pro set that the transition for some, depending on what school you come out of and what offense you come out of, the transition is not as great as it used to be years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of it as well.
Yeah. So, all right, transitioning over, you want to talk about some of your amazing baseball picks you made this week?
Curse you, Shawnee Ohtani. Curse you.
Yeah, you made the man go 0 for 5.
I know, and he struck out 4 times.
You made the greatest baseball player of our time.
Am I a cooler or good?
0 for 5.
I'm telling you.
And how bad is the Reds bullpen?
Well, yeah,
they let that game just get away last night.
Yeah.
The first game, the game before that, they just got whooped. And whooped is the proper term for it. They got whooped.
Technical term, exactly.
Yeah, it's a very technical, scientific term, whooped. Yeah. Last night, they can't close the game. They cannot close the game. So tonight, I decided to double down on it, and I just went with the pitcher. I went with Nick Martinez. He's had a game where he struck out 10. He's had a game where he struck out 7, and tonight they have him at 3.5. And I took
3.5.
I took the over because I think Ohtani struck out that many times yesterday.
Yeah.
So
go figure. I mean, it's like, seriously? And he's pitching today. So
he's pitching today.
You think he's going to strike out as many people as he struck out?
Yeah.
As many times as he struck out?
Well, I don't know how long he's going to. It's tough to
They give him 2 innings. They give him, you can't because maybe 3.
They had Ohtani at 4.5. And I almost took the under on that. because they haven't been leaving him in the game.
He's only pitched 2, maybe 3 innings.
And I still might take the under on that and play like a little parlay with the over-under within the same game.
Okay.
So, that's kind of where my thought process. The other thing is big news, Acuna.
Yeah, Acuna.
Yeah.
Senior.
He's
junior. Yeah, I know. I call him senior because the Mets have an Acuna who is, takes up space.
All right. Does that kill the Braves season?
They're 10 games out now.
Okay. But, 10 games out. What's your team's name?
The New York Mets. They're in first place.
Okay,
where
were they at in 69?
Oh, that was a whole different world, a whole different team. That was magic.
Okay.
Those were the miracle Mets, baby.
At the beginning of August.
Yeah.
Where were they at? And where were the Cubs at?
I have no idea, but it was the Black Cat and Leo DeRocha.
I want you to go to the standings. It's July 30th, right?
Okay.
July 30th, 1969. All right? Because they just ran down the Cubs.
Yeah.
The Cubs should have won that going away, that division going away that year.
Well, you were a wee tot at the time.
Yeah.
But I still remember the Black Cat coming out and Leo DeRocha freaking out. There was a Black Cat came out and kind of haunted Leo DeRocha at that time, and that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Actually, that was later. That was when they were playing head to head.
Right.
And yeah.
All right, hold on.
So 69.
Here we go. Boom. So Mets were 6.5 games back.
Okay.
They were 6.5 back, and Chicago
was 65-41. Mets were 55-44.
I think they were a little bit further back last year or the year before when they made their playoff runs. I think they came from further back.
So where were the Reds in their division? In the West.
53-44.
Yeah, they didn't have a great year that year.
Cool.
So they went to the World Series. No. They went to the World Series in 71?
70.
70.
It was
70, and Pittsburgh went to the World Series in 71.
So was Mets.
Mets were done. They did what they needed to do.
And then the Mets went again in 73.
Nope.
Right?
No.
72?
No. Listen.
They beat the Mets.
Listen.
The Mets beat the Reds in the playoffs.
Yes,
in the early
but
70s.
They lost to the Orioles in 73.
Okay, my statement was they went to the World Series.
You said they won the World Series.
I did not. I said they went.
Right.
I said they went to the World Series. I did not say they won. No, they lost to the.
Okay, do you want me to go instant replay?
You can't. I'll throw the red flag myself. There you go. They went to the World Series.
We have a challenge, ladies and gentlemen.
They went to the World Series. They lost to the A's. Reds lost to the A's, and the Reds lost to the Orioles. Pittsburgh won in 71 and beat the Orioles. So, trying to get through the whole, like the 70s.
Oh, I do have an answer.
What's that?
You did say Mets won the World Series in 73.
No, I said they went to.
No, you did. You say won.
Okay, you're going to have to play that one back for me because I'm still not believing I said, because I know they did not win in 73 because the A's won 3 years in a row. So.
Right.
And I haven't even been drinking yet. And maybe I should.
Well, I keep telling you, I don't know why we don't drink on this show anymore.
We should. It would be a lot calmer.
I don't know about that.
You and I are more calm when we have a toddy in us. So,
all right. On further replay, you did say went. I heard you say win.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait. So we have a
my red flag. The challenge has been overturned.
So you have another challenge.
I get to keep my challenge.
Okay.
So, yeah, because that's the time when I was really into baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the irony of the World Series during the 70s is one team won 3 times and several teams won twice.
Yeah.
You know, the Reds won twice, the Yankees won twice, Pittsburgh won twice.
Yeah.
So, because people forget Pittsburgh won in 79 and they won in 71. So,
bookends.
Yeah. So, but the A's won 3 times, and there's only 2 players that won 5 World Series because they got traded.
2 players that won 5 World Series.
Blake, you know who they are?
2 players who won 5 World Series
in the 1970s.
Oh, in the 70s.
Reggie Jackson.
He's one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one?
No, not Morgan.
Oh, how about Goose Gossage?
Nope.
Ooh.
Was a pitcher.
Okay.
Oh, Catfish Hunter.
There you go.
Well,
it was Catfish Hunter. He got three.
Same mustache.
He got three with the A's, and a lot of people forget he got 2 with the Yankees.
Well, that's why I went Gossage, because, you know.
Goose.
Right.
The Goose.
Yep.
So, no.
He did pitch for Oakland, did he not?
I don't think he was with Oakland in their winning years. He might have pitched with Oakland.
I don't know. Yeah, that's why that's what I was thinking of. So maybe I was thinking of Catfish Hunter.
Yeah, Vita Blue and Catfish kind of dominated the rotation for the A's at that time.
Let's see. Overview of Goose Gossage. Goose played for the White Sox. Then he went to 1 year with Pittsburgh. Then went to the Yankees. Then to the Padres in the 80s and Chicago, Texas. Oh, then he went to the Athletics in '92.
Oh, see? Late in his career. Yeah.
Got under the wire. Thank you very much.
Woo,
Goose.
So, all right. Predictions. We're saying the Braves are out of it.
Yeah.
Braves are out of it.
The Phillies concern me. Schwarber just keeps hitting home runs.
Yeah, and I think he's a guy. I think he's a guy who just wouldn't even make a starting lineup in the 70s.
And you know what? And he's inconsistent.
He's hitting like
but
217 or something.
Yeah, but he's just keeps swatting home runs. He's like, I think he's got like 35 of them or something like that. I don't know. He's got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
He hit another one last night. But the Mariners are playing the Athletics in that little minor league ballpark.
Yeah.
So he did take Cal Raleigh to hit a home run tonight, because if he can't get it out of that ballpark.
Well, I think the dimensions are regular size.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think it's a little league field. It's
well, it was a spring training. It's a spring training
field. Seating capacity is smaller, but I don't think the dimensions of the field are smaller.
Damn it!
No, because
I thought the fences were in, for crying out loud.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I'm sorry, Lenny, but it's pretty likely that Cal's going to hit a home run, though.
Yeah.
But we'll say for Kyle Schwarber, though, his average is actually up this year by 12 points.
Schwarber?
What is he hitting? 230?
256.
Oh, wow!
Ooh, wow, he's skying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Listen. And I mean, it's painful. It's painful to watch how much these guys strike out.
Shawnee Ohtani?
Yeah.
One lousy hit. Could you give me one lousy hit?
It was almost, he had his 5th at bat, and I saw his 5th at bat, because I'm a guy who, we have the MLB network.
Right. And it's free until the end of the month, by the way.
And well, we've already paid.
I know.
So, but I'm an 8th, 9th inning guy. Whatever the closest game is, I pop over to that, watch that portion of it, and then pop over to the other games. And I go from game to game. And Ohtani's never struck out 5 times. All right. And they say it like that's a rarity.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never struck out 3 times in one game, and I only remember striking out twice in the same game once in my entire career, because the game was played different.
Yeah.
You kept the ball in play. You shortened up with 2 outs.
Right.
Now they don't do that. They just don't do that.
They all shoot for power.
And I wonder what a guy like Ichiro would look like today in today's game. Would they try and force him to be a power hitter? Or a Tony Gwynn, would they try and force him to be a power hitter?
What a waste of talent.
I definitely do think that he'll ask for more like depending on the situation at the time. But you have someone like Stephen Kwan that's on the Guardians right now. That doesn't hit for power as much. You still have your Luis Arias's out there, so you do at least have those types of guys out there, but nothing like the talent of Ichiro though.
Yeah, and I like watching Kwan play. I think Kwan is a scrappy player. I mean, I put him in a lot of my hit parlays that I have. Because I think, even if he goes 1 for 4, he's a 300 hitter, normally, you got a good chance each game to get that hit. So I think he's a good bet if you wanted to add somebody to a parlay anytime. And now that I say that, I'm probably going to jinx him.
I'm trying to. I think I'm going to have to start going one-offs instead of these 2 and 3 and 4-leg parlays.
Well, and
I get 3 of them, and then the 4th one strikes out.
Well, and Blake will tell you I am the king of 5-leg parlays, getting 4 of them.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes it happens early, sometimes it happens late, and I'm too stubborn to take the buyout.
Yeah. Right.
I'm kind of the king of the 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Which is a good number if I'd have played all of them as singles.
Well, that's it. Right. Exactly. And meanwhile, so the Dodger game was tied last night. So Ohtani, his fifth at bat, he flies out or whatever happened. He didn't get a hit. I'm going, all right, well, the problem with this new Ghost Runner shit is you don't stretch games out as long as they used to, too. Because I was hoping, well, maybe the game's tied. He can come back again to get another at bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the likelihood of that was not happening, and the Dodgers ended up winning anyway.
Yeah, and we call that a Texas tiebreaker. Is what it's been around a long time in like slow pitch softball.
Yeah, well,
just to break up. Because you got a tournament, you can't have it going too long.
Right, you need the field.
You had the Texas tiebreaker, and in softball, you're guaranteed to score that run. Unless you really screw up.
All right, quick thought, real quick. Since we got talk, since we did talk about a little bit of football to start off, the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. Any thoughts?
I don't even know
who's playing.
Chargers and Lions.
Oh,
yeah.
Stafford gonna play?
No.
Herbert gonna play?
The first playoff game and the first preseason game and the fourth preseason game really aren't factors.
Right.
2 and 3 is where you get to kind of see where the team's at. They still don't show their real plays. I mean, in regular season, I think the Lions beat the Chargers pretty handily.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they didn't lose. They didn't lose too much. They got a couple people coming back healthy, and Dan Campbell is one hell of a coach.
Yeah, and
he's a motivator as much. He's a motivator as much as a coach.
They got to find something on defense. If they want to be at that elite status. I know they had
the Lions
more.
You're talking about?
Yeah, the Lions. They got to find a way to win on the defensive side. They can't just expect to Dan Marino it and just outscore, and that's what they did last year.
Well, wasn't their defensive end out for the season?
Yeah, Henderson.
So he's coming back, I believe.
Yeah, but even before he was out, they were still struggling on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, he was getting his thing, and you know what? We're over on
wrap
time.
it up.
Blake's telling us to wrap it up. So
the big hand. I thought it was a home run.
Wager wire tonight. I'm playing the under on Ohtani on strikeouts and the over on Martinez on strikeouts in the same game. So
okay,
that's my bet of the night.
Gotta like it.
All right.
I got Peralta going strikeouts for the Brewers.
All right, Blake, do you have a bet tonight? Or you're
Yes.
taking some time off?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a little bit of WNBA and say take the over on the Dream Wings game over 166.5.
Okay, all right. I don't think that's going to be on my list. So thank you guys, appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. The morning, and Lenny will be back with us tomorrow evening.
Yes, indeed.
All right, bye-bye.